Mr. Trump, why do you have lawmakers with you today?
Because they chose to show up. They view this as a scam. I think it's a terrible thing that's happening to democracy in this country, and we have a lot of them. They want to come and say, just stay back and pass lots of laws to stop things like this. J.D. Vance, what's going on in that courtroom is a threat to democracy, and we cannot have a country where we get to prosecute your political opponent instead of persuading voters. A.G. Byrd, as you know, very highly respected from Iowa. Let the American people decide who the next leader of the free world will be. Politics has absolutely no place in this courtroom. This is all politics. Andy McCarthy, great legal analyst, said none of this is illegal. There's nothing illegal. It's called politics. There's nothing illegal. A lot of people say that. They're all saying that. The only person who won't say it is the judge, because it's a rigged deal. He's conflicted. You got to check that out. But everybody's saying there's no crime. Leo Terrell, up until right now, there's not a single shred of evidence that President Trump participated in a crime of either falsifying records or hiding a campaign or state or federal finance charge. None of it. There's been absolutely nothing. Look, they're doing great. You know why they're doing great? They've kept me here for 3.5, 4 weeks instead of campaigning, and yet we still have the best poll numbers. Just came out in the New York Times, as we discussed before. Mark Levin, let me put this as succinctly as possible. There's no crime, state or federal, with which to link Donald Trump or anyone else. This is a case looking for a legal basis. There is none. There is no crime. It's Mark Levin. Again, J.D. Vance, to the American voters who are watching this, the one opportunity you get to speak up against this sham prosecution and to say the American people should elect a president, not use corrupt DNC prosecutors to help them get elected, which is exactly what they're doing. Andy McCarthy, again, bragged, has no authority to enforce federal law. The NDA payments were not campaign expenditures under federal law. That's why the FEC and DOJ, which do have exclusive authority to enforce federal law, took absolutely no action against Trump. They took no action against me. They looked at it, they said it's fine. The only one that did is Soros-backed DA Bragg, who turned down the case. By the way, he turned down the case, and it could have been brought 6 years ago, 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago. They bring it right in the middle of my presidential campaign. Bragg. He said we had no case. You know, if you go back, take a look at your earlier records. When he came into office, he turned it down and he was angry because of what took place. When he saw that they were going to use this scam, he was angry. Even Michael Smirkanish of CNN, a person 4 or 5 weeks into a trial ought to be told exactly that which they're being prosecuted for, and that hasn't happened. You know why it happened? Because it didn't happen for one very simple reason, because there is no crime. Here's Mark Thiessen. I don't think things are going very well for the prosecution in the court of law. And in the court of public opinion, they're doing even worse. Matt Whitaker, another day at trial, and they're keeping the president off the campaign trail. Byron York on the hush money trial, which is not hush money. Majority of voters in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan say Trump cannot get a fair trial. That's too bad. That's really too bad. Andy McCarthy, again, Bragg knows exactly what he's doing. It's improper, completely political case. Maybe Mershon, Judge Mershon, is having second thoughts. They haven't come to close to proving, they have not come close to proving fraud or that any fraud has taken place. There's no fraud here. There's no crime here. This is 4 weeks of keeping me from not campaigning. Jonathan Turley, can't imagine any competent lawyer would not be embarrassed by what has happened in this courtroom. This day is truly going to go down as a day of infamy for the New York legal system, which is true. The whole world is laughing now at the New York weaponized legal system. Watching this unfold in that courtroom as a lawyer is really deeply disturbing. They keep on referring to these documents. The documents don't move the ball. The documents show that the NDA and a payment that is not in dispute, this is Jonathan Turley. They're not unlawful, and as a federal campaign contribution, there is absolutely no problem. There's no problem here. You know, the FEC wrote this off. FEC, the Elections Commission, Federal Elections Commission, they looked at this years ago, and they took a pass. They said there's no problem here. Tim Scott, objective is to keep Trump off the campaign trail. That's all they're trying to do, keep him off the campaign trail. Here's the New York Times that just came out a little while ago, where we're leading in every state, the 5 key states. We're leading very substantially, I might add. So it's really a very sad day for the country. It's sad for New York. I mean, New York, that a judge who's highly conflicted at a level that nobody's seen before can possibly, just think of it, and you should go out and check it out. But we have a corrupt judge, and we have a judge who's highly conflicted, and he's keeping me from campaigning. He's an appointed New York judge. He's appointed. You know who appointed him? Democrat politicians. He's appointed. He's a corrupt judge, and he's a conflicted judge, and he ought to let us go out and campaign and get rid of this scam. Every single legal analyst, even CNN, even MSDNC, they're saying, there's no case here. Thank you very much.
When's the next time you'll be on the campaign trail instead of mingling with wealthy donors?